I've been told that doing this job, I'm just a glorified trash man. All right, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest things that you have to deal with logistically, you have to figure out, and physically you have to deal with, and mentally that'll drive you crazy about the storage auction business is garbage. There is so much garbage in this business that you have to deal with. So you got to find ways, sometimes creative ways, to try to reduce the amount of garbage you have, and then just logistically ways to move all the garbage. Not a lot of people talk about this because it's not pretty, but if you're thinking about buying units, getting into the business, interested in it at all, just be ready. Even if you think I'm gonna only buy good units and I'm not gonna buy anything with garbage in it, it's impossible. Even the best units, every now and then I just get super lucky and you get one that there's very little, even that one has a little bit, but a lot of times you're gonna move some stuff, and behind stuff you couldn't see it at all, you're gonna find a big, nasty, ugly couch. Even in a really good unit, don't make any sense, but for some reason they had this old couch with holes, with stains, the dog was on it, there's dog hair on it, it stinks, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna get stuff like that no matter what you do, and if you're buying a lot of units, you're really doing this for a living, you're gonna get a lot of it. So let me kind of show you here, if I can get this off of here. See, that trailer there, there's not really much garbage on there because that wasn't from a storage unit, that was from something else I got. But a storage unit that kind of looks like that, you're gonna have a lot of garbage. But I'm gonna pan around here and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. When you start seeing the garbage, it gets piled up. Now some of this isn't garbage, it's waiting to come in. Like this is a car part. We just got sitting out here, but as you can see, it's wet, it's nasty out here, it just poured down rain. We've got the dumpster, it's packed to the brim. They come in the morning, they dump this thing 2 times a week, and that's just for all the small garbage. Twice a week we have this thing dumped. At one time we had a big roll off, we threw everything in, the mattresses, the big stuff, everything. But right now we use the dumpster, and then we haul off. Like once every week or two we take a big U-Haul and load it up with all this stuff right here. But look at this stuff here and see. Big ugly mattress, you just get broken furniture and all this stuff here. This is all trash. Just it all needs, like, all this cardboard is going to go in there. All that stuff right there, that was a unit that just turned out bad with furniture that was missing half the pieces. All that's got to go to the dump. And then when you come over here, like, here you go, more trash. This has got to go in that dumpster in the morning. And then you get a lot of the odds and ends like this, that some of this you can figure out how to get rid of. Like these wood chairs I can get rid of. This office chair, it got wet, but it was kind of dirty anyway, so I can get rid of that. But you get a lot of so-so stuff like this. You got to figure out, either you can give it away for free, you can sell it dirt cheap for $1 or $2 just to get out of your way. Sometimes, like, we have an auction, we throw it in the auction, and sometimes, you know, it starts at $1. Sometimes it just goes for $1, and sometimes we're surprised and it goes for more. But some of that stuff like that, you don't really care, because you're gonna, you know, in my mind, it's garbage. I know, you know, sometimes it's stuff that somebody else could do something with, but I'm not gonna do nothing with it. So whatever I get for it, I'm happy. And then you also just get a lot of just metal, weird pieces of metal, broken things that are metal. And best thing you can do, because if you take it to the dump, you're paying, and metal is heavy, is to start you a scrap pile like this, gather it up, take it all to the scrapyard, they'll pay you. If you don't have time to sort through it, then you can just dump it all off and they'll give you something. They'll give you the still price. If you have time, or if you know somebody that's willing to do it and you can, you know, kind of split the money for it, they can kind of go through and sort this, like put aluminum in one thing, cut all these cords. I don't have time to go through all that, so I have somebody that comes, they go through it all, sort it, they take it to the scrap metal yard, and then we have a deal worked out, and it works out for both of us. They get an easy place to come get metal, they don't have to go around and search for it, and I get rid of all that metal without having to pay to dump it, and I make a little bit of money off of it. So it's a win-win as far as that goes. But you're gonna have to figure out, if you're gonna buy a lot of units, you're gonna get a lot of metal, you're gonna get a lot of garbage, and you're gonna get some stuff that halfway to garbage, halfway to, you know, halfway not. You got to kind of figure out something to do with a lot of the stuff. But that's just a big thing logistically you got to deal with. Physically, you're going to work your butt off sometimes moving garbage, but you got to figure out, you know, a way to, that's just a cost of doing business. Just kind of like the rent, kind of like the light bill, all that is dealing with the garbage in this business. Because there's a lot of times you can buy a unit that has a lot of garbage in it for really cheap. You get a unit for $10, it's got a couple mattresses and a couch that's nasty because nobody bid on it, but then you find boxes in it with all kinds of good stuff in it, and you make, you know, several $100s, you know, $1,000 or more, then it's worth it. And a lot of times the mattresses will scare people away, or the big pieces of garbage, you know, like a couch or something you can tell is garbage, it'll scare everybody away. So you don't want to just bid on anything like that. But if you can kind of look and you can see boxes that haven't been gone through, and you know, or see a few signs that there's good stuff in there, that they just were rough on their furniture, then, you know, it's something to think about. And that's one way that you can make a lot of money in this business, is by buying those kind of so-so units. And if you're willing to do the work on moving the trash and getting rid of the trash. But that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to show the other side that a lot of times they don't show. They pretty much don't show, like when you watch TV shows and that thing, and a lot of people don't talk about on their YouTube channels. And but I'm the real deal as far as being in the business. I don't know about everybody else out there, but we buy a lot of units. It's what we've been doing for a long time. This is how we make all of our money. It's just from these storage units. This is how we make a living. This is how we pay our bills. So, you know, I got a lot of first-hand experience, and tell you that it can be fun, it can be exciting. I can find some really cool stuff. But just like any business, any job, there's always that dirty side, that not pretty side. And I don't care what business you're doing, there's always something like this. No matter how glamorous it might seem from the outside, there's always parts of the business like that. And there's a lot of it when it comes to storage units. Lots of trash. All right, hit that subscribe button, put a comment on this video, hit the like button, and we will see you later.